Hey, what's up, everybody? Back again today. It's been a minute. I was busy working past 3 weeks, and nothing I can do about it. Contractually obligated. But I'm back again today, and I've got something that I've been looking forward to for about a year now. At Toy Fair 2020, the same year that McFarlane Toys unveiled their first like DC figures, because they got the license to do DC figures. They also unveiled that they were going to try and kickstart, kickstart. They're going to try and kickstart the Spawn action figure line by taking all of the figures in the initial few waves of the Spawn action figure line and remaking them with like today's more modern toy standards, better sculpting, paint, articulation, the whole 9 yards. And to do this, Todd McFarlane started a Kickstarter campaign, which was basically you donate to the campaign. I think the minimum donation was $40. That's what I donated. You donated to the campaign, and in return for your donation, what you got was the Spawn figure, the original Spawn figure from like the 90s, remastered, so to speak. And this was at the beginning of 2020, and we're at the beginning of 2021. So it's been a year since I donated and since this whole thing started. And while I was gone these past 3 weeks, it has arrived. And it is crazy because I did not expect something like this. This is really nice. I suppose for $40, because it is supposed to be the figure itself is supposed to be like a $20 to $25 figure. So the extra money, I guess, went into the packaging. But this is the kind of packaging you would expect from like almost like a Hot Toys or a, I don't know. But it's really nice. It just says Spawn a bunch of times, and then down here it says Spawn with a little different, like it's a little different, not font, but coloring. It's like holographic. On the side it says Spawn, very cool, like. And here, I don't know if you can see, it says 1994 to 2021. That's pretty cool. Back is just straight black. I have not opened this. I came home. It was it came in the mail. My wife didn't know what it was, so I had her open like the brown shipping box just to see what it was. And then she said it was Spawn, and I was like, all right, cool. I know what it is. Don't touch it. So this is as far as I've gone, and we're gonna take this journey together. So you slide this cover off. Oh man. Like, it's even got this, like, nice, like, ribbon to pull it, Spawn emblem logo on there. Alright, and the first thing I see is, I don't even want to, there's a piece of paper in here, and I don't even want to, I'm going to close my eyes and take it out. Okay, so, close that. Okay, so, I just don't, I want every single piece of this to be its own unique thing. So, Spawn Masterworks is a checklist, checking off everything that they originally had and improved. So, as an artist and a creator, I have worked to evolve my creations to the highest artistic level achievable. For this first Spawn Kickstarter figure, I wanted to go back to the original Spawn action figure I debuted in 1994. It's an upgraded tribute figure celebrating the beginning of McFarlane Toys in 1994 that has been remastered and modernized using skill sets, details, and technology I have learned over the past 26 years. And because of the outpour of support from more than 23,000 backers, the Spawn Kickstarter figure earned over $3.4 million and set 2 Kickstarter records. Thank you for participating in this record-breaking project. Stay tuned for our next one, Todd McFarlane. And then on here, it talks about there's different categories like articulation, weapons, chains, cape, comic book packaging, and it says yes. This is the original figure column. It says yes if the original figure had that, and then this is the remastered figure. It says yes if the remastered figure has it. So it's kind of his way of saying, like, here's everything we improved. Here's what the original had, and here's what the new one has, and that's awesome. I really like that. This is, guys, just this box alone tells me $40 well spent, without a doubt. I'm gonna look at it now. Oh man. Woo! Damn. Alright, so I'll give you guys a look at it. So you open up this cover, and there it is. Now I can tell it is a packaging within a packaging. He has replicated the old school 90s clamshell packaging. He's just put it in this nice cardboard box with this styrofoam around the rim, and some of the accessories are in here rather than in here. So that's another reason why he did it. Right off the bat, my eye is drawn to this sword, so for sure we're going to take a look at that. Oh man, this lighting in here in this room is terrible. Man, I don't even know if I can show you guys this well, but it's got so much. Wow, damn. I was hoping. I saw some pictures online of like some came with swords, some came with, you know, a bunch of different stuff. I was really hoping mine came with a sword. Necroplasm effect for Spawn. It's cool. And a necroplasm throwing knife. As we all know, during his human mortal life, Spawn, Al Simmons, was a CIA government operative, assassin type character. And so as much as he has, you know, the demon powers and the hell powers and, you know, crazy hell sword type weapons, he is, you know, very well equipped and very well trained with normal modern present day human weapons. So it's totally makes sense that like he would use his necroplasm to just fashion a knife to stab someone, cut someone, throw it. That's cool. And then what's this last accessory here in the foam? I want to say this is an alternate head, but I'm not certain. But it's gotta be. It's gotta be an alternate head. It's him screaming. It's his unmasked head in like a screaming. That's crazy. I could have sworn it was like some were gonna be masked, some were gonna be unmasked based on what you donated for. It looks like he just gave everybody everything. Alright, how do we do this here? What else is in here? Okay, here's the Masterworks certificate of authenticity or whatever, blah, blah, blah. God, the lighting in here, I'm so sorry. I gotta do something about it. That's pretty cool. Now I have to figure out how to take the styrofoam out with the figure and not just fuck this whole thing up. It seems to be coming out pretty easy. Alright, so the styrofoam frame comes out pretty easy. There it is. Which makes it real easy to just take the clamshell. Oh my god. Wow. There it is, guys. The original Spawn figure, remastered by McFarlane. It's huge, but the fact that he went and did redid the clamshell packaging, and I've heard about this, we're about to see right now. So it does look like the original clamshell packaging you would see on like shelves in Target, Walmart, whatever, comic book stores. But he's done it in a way that you can open it from the side and reseal it if you want to. So here's our comic book, Spawn #1. I used to have an original Spawn #1, and I sold it. So this is cool to have. I still think I might, oh my gosh, and it's even got a slit here at the top. I was about to say I think I still might buy an original #1. So you can slide it, if you want to read it, you can slide it out and put it back in. He's thought of everything here, guys. This is not just a step forward in action figure. This is a step forward in toy packaging. You can now get your toy and all the accessories and everything completely out. And if you want to reseal it and put it back exactly the way it was when you first got it, it looks like you can. There's nothing stopping you. Could be wrong though. We're not there yet. Man. Ooh. So I'm checking for tape. Yep, there's some tape. Alright. This is going to be where I regret not having a knife up here. Sure as fuck am. Alright. Stand by for a second, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta go grab a knife. Alright guys, thanks for standing by. Got a little knife. Let's cut off some of this tape. So I guess if you're including the tape, you can't get it exactly the way it was before. I guess that's the defining thing. But I do feel like the tape is a bit of an overkill at this point. Like, I guess there has to be something to distinguish between a mint on card and not mint on card. But there's no way this thing wasn't packaged securely prior to this. Alright, I think I got it all. Let's take this top layer off. Alright, so there's no more barriers anymore between me and the Spawn figure. So he's coming out. Oh man, God. I was really hoping he wouldn't do this, but he did. The elastic bands and shit around the legs. And you can't, there's no good way to get to them because the back is all the cape. So now I have to take my fucking A. Come on, Todd. How are you going to do this good? Now I have to take my knife really close to the toy's legs and try to cut these bands off of his legs. Okay, there's one. I hate doing that. I'm going to scratch it. See if I can get him out. Oh. I see. Okay, so that whole big piece of plastic was separate to this. He's actually secured to this other piece of plastic that's between his legs and his cape. And that's where the rest of his accessories are. But I am going to try and... There's foam. There's foam padding inside the cape. This is worth more than $40. I just want everyone to understand. 100% worth more than $40. The chain, his chain on his waist is real metal. My lord. Okay, I don't know what could still be holding him. Nothing. The plastic came loose, taking out the foam. Here he is, guys. Fully articulated Spawn. Now, he is fully articulated, and you can pretty much put him in whatever pose you want. But there are some limitations because Todd does like to pick a base pose. Like, if nothing else, this is how the figure will be posed. And then he sculpts that at the beginning, and then he starts making his cuts where the articulation would be from there. So this Spawn figure does have a base pose, like the way that, like, if nothing else, he's supposed to be posed that way. But I'm seeing head movement, neck movement, waist, universal joint at the waist, single jointed elbows, bicep swivel, shoulder articulation, wrist, universal wrist articulation. Yep, universal hip articulation, double jointed knees. No upper thigh swivel or anything like that, it looks like. But double jointed knees. And then, yeah, we've got universal ankle articulation, including ankle pivot, it looks like. So basically, and toe articulation, that's pretty cool. So it looks to me, tell me this has no finger articulation. But he does have multiple hands. In this little accessory box thing, you've got his rifle, machine gun, and two other alternate sets of hands. So these are like open clawed hands, like kind of like that. In here you've got gripping hands, so I guess for the guns and the sword, and then you've got some more like fisty hands, but the fists also have holes in them, so I'm guessing that's for the sword as well. I like the rifle a lot. We'll take a look at that here in a second. But here's Spawn in all of his glory. The cape is articulated. It's 3 separate pieces. There's the middle piece that goes down the middle of his back, and then you've got this piece here. I'm so hesitant to move it. But yeah, there's hinges in the cape. So it'll close and open. I like it, but I worry about, well, he does come with a stand. I was going to say, I do kind of worry about how well he will and will not stand up. It would have been nice if, and I understand this is not how, he was trying to go off of how the original figure was, and the original figure also had a plastic cape. It would have been cool if he'd have gone with a cloth cape. Spawn is one of the few characters where for the toys, I'm okay with a cloth cape, but I want a cloth cape that has like a very pliable, bendable wire around the rim of it, so you can kind of like almost pose the cape itself, but it's not super bulky and jagged, and but this is still really nice. So I already have up on my shelf, you've seen some of my room tour videos, I already have a what I consider to be the traditional Spawn. I don't know what issue it is. I have the first 5 volumes of the Spawn Origins collection, Classic Origins collection, trade paperback graphic novels. And in volume 5, he starts out looking like this, and in volume 5, he kind of gets his ass kicked, and he goes through a bit of a metamorphosis where the costume changes. Basically, all of the red here on the body goes away. What else? He gets that famous like Spawn club foot. That version of Spawn, I already have a figure of that from McFarlane Toys. They released a action statue Staction figure back in like 2017, early 2017, late 2016, and I bought that. So that's my Spawn for that. But I wanted this one because this is the classic Spawn in his first appearance look. This is how he looked when he premiered, with the red on the body, no big club foot. And I'm going to be honest, I've kind of grown to like both costumes. He stands up just fine. The cape kind of works as a kind of like a stand for him. So yeah, but that cape takes up a lot of room, man. Wow. Like you have to kind of like pose it inward a little bit, or else he's just never gonna be able to stand up anywhere. I'm trying to see like how if you could close it in all the way. I don't know. I also wonder if it looked like it had shoulder articulation. Maybe I was wrong. It does. It's just super tight. At least the left arm has shoulder articulation. I'm almost positive they both do. Yeah, they both do. It's just crazy tight. Oh, I see. That's weird. Okay. Well, anyway. Really good articulation. But yeah, I was trying to get the arm to move. So I can tell you right now, right off the bat, out of the box, he is going to be really stiff. It's just the way he's made. Even the eyes. He painted the eye. Did he paint those with glow-in-the-dark paint? I can't quite tell, but I kind of think, I'll let you guys know in a later video, I think his green glowy eyes, I think he painted those with glow-in-the-dark paint. They definitely look like they have a glowing, like luminescent look to them, which is awesome. But yeah, I wanted to kind of get his arm a bit straighter, because this cape is going to take up so much room if you're not able to kind of close it a little bit. Or at the very least, like, this side's going to have to be closed. I don't know, man. It's crazy. Definitely worth more than, definitely got my $40 worth, more than that. So, if you've seen enough of the back of his cape, all the paint detailing there. Here he is in all of his glory, real metal chain. Let's take a look at the other few accessories we haven't seen yet. And I guess we'll go ahead and call it a day for this video. So, like I said, he's got the rifle here. Go ahead. Once again, Todd, I don't like having to put my knife this close to the toy. So here's the rifle. Comes with a, oh my gosh. So, pretty cool. It's got one scope, red dot, underbarrel grenade launcher, and then under the underbarrel grenade launcher it has an underbarrel, like, jagged saw blade bayonet. So that's a little bit overkill, but I guess it fits for Spawn. So that's pretty cool. So he does come with, you know, at least my version, came with a ectoplasm, necroplasm effect, necroplasm knife, so 2 necroplasm effects, a more CIA assassin-y Al Simmons weapon with the rifle, and then the badass sword. So, way better than the plank of wood with a nail in it that the original one came with. Way better. This sword is awesome. I need to read more Spawn. I read those first 5 volumes I mentioned, and I've watched the Spawn animated series from HBO. But that's about it with Spawn. In my opinion, he was the last new comic book character to be created. You know, like all the comic book characters that are popular, like superhero comic book characters that are popular right now, they've been around for a long time, decades. Spawn's the last new one that was created that has lasting shelf value. And I think the only reason he started to die down after the 90s was because, like with everything from the 80s and the 90s, if you didn't get a successful film franchise up and running, you didn't go anywhere. That's just the way it worked, like a live action film franchise. And Spawn's live action film failed horribly. And it failed horribly because Spawn is this very dark, gritty, nasty world. It's about hell and demons and murder, and yeah, like there was no way this movie. What was the movie? Let's find out real quick. I want to know exactly what this movie was rated. Spawn, 1997. Blah, blah, blah. Am I just blind, or is it not telling me the rating? I mean, it made a profit, but it's not fun to watch. It's not that great at all. Where can I find the rating? Let's do this. Sorry for my terrible, terrible typing. Spawn, 1997. PG-13. So, with that being said, I kind of feel like the problem is I was whatever rating it got, I was gonna say it needed to be 1 up, no matter what it got. Because it clearly wasn't enough. Whatever rating they gave it, whatever rating they slapped on it and forced them to do, was not enough. It was too campy, too childish, too juvenile. It wasn't dark, gritty, serious, epic, badass, terrifying. It was none of that. It was kind of just childish. So, yeah, it was PG-13, and it definitely needed to be rated R. Apparently there's a new Spawn movie in the works, or it has been in the works for a little while now. Todd's been trying to get one going, and I hope it's rated R, because it definitely needs to be. And we've definitely seen enough superhero movies work that are rated R, so it can definitely be done. So yeah, $40, you got all that packaging, you got this beautiful figure, you got a limited edition, special edition of the Spawn #1. What else did you get? The clamshell packaging, we already said the packaging. You got the checklist, the Masterworks certificate, you get the sword, necroplasm effect, assault rifle, combat rifle, whatever. Whatever. Necroplasm knife. Let's find out. Let's find out if this is an alternate head, because I think it is. So, it's just so weird. It is. It's got to be, because it's got this hole in the bottom. So this is an alternate head. I don't really plan on displaying him with this, so I'm not going to put it on. But this is an alternate head. It's like the unmasked him. It's him and his, unmasked. He's not wearing the suit. It's screaming. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. So, yeah, head, sword, necroplasm knife, assault rifle, and you got 2 fisty hands with spikes with holes in them so they can hold shit like the sword or maybe the knife. And even the ectoplasm has like a Well, damn it, now I'm dropping everything. The ectoplasm has a cylindrical gripping area right there. So it's like he's shooting it from his knuckles. He has to hold it in the fist hand with the hole. And then you've got 2 gripping hands, which I'm guessing are for the gun. If you want to, whichever hand you want to put the gun in. I'm glad he gave them both. He gave us both. Why not? So yeah, all that for $40, I'm in. And I'm really hoping, like we said with the when we read the certificate, it said they raised $3.4 million. So if that's not enough to kickstart a toy line, I don't know what is. I'm hoping we get a clown, a remastered clown figure, remastered Overkill, Chapel, all these characters. I'm hoping we get brand new modern day versions of all of them from McFarlane Toys. I don't need them all to be this extravagantly packaged and displayable. You know, if he wants to do the clamshell thing to make it rare retro style, that's fine. But with this nice box and everything, I don't need that for all of my figures from Spawn. Don't get me wrong, I do think this was well worth the $40, and if he did it, I'd probably shell out the $40 for every single one of them. But you don't need to. The figure, the accessories, the clamshell packaging, that's enough the way it is. The box and everything else is just extra. But it's all very nice. Spawn will be going on my shelf, and I have to put all this other shit back together the way it was, because it's just nice and I don't want to ruin it. So yeah, let's take one last good look at him. There he is. McFarlane Toys, Spawn, remastered, the original figure remastered. Man, that's pretty sweet. Alright guys, so thanks for watching this unboxing. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Check out some of my other videos on my channel. Check out the Facebook page, The Chad Nerd. Subscribe if you like. And otherwise, I will see you guys later.